I've just realised what I said to you. I've just put this live that I was muted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah, we only got the end of that though. We.
Alright. Oh, yes, we're live.
So.
I'll check the audio, make sure it's all working.
It's amazing how quickly the Red Bull Ring can dry out and become sunny.
I know, it's amazing how weather works on this track.
Hasn't the time gone backwards as well somehow?
It has, yeah. It's we used the TARDIS mod.
It's amazing how that works. Anyway, I'm just sat in Robbo's Wasp at the moment. God, it's a bit warm in here.
I think it's a bit chilly.
Aren't we all funny, Michael? For those who don't get that, I've just had a korma that had a hidden chili in it. That's made me, yeah, it's going to be interesting in the morning.
Pretty red in the face, haven't you?
Pretty red
Even
in
your sweat's sweating.
the face. I'm sweating from areas I didn't even realise could sweat. Afternoon, Red Bull Ring, Austria, Group 3 qualifying. Interesting Group 2 race. It's dry, like I say, it's dried out and got really, really bright all of a sudden. So we'll see how qualifying goes. It'll be interesting. No affair. We were talking about potential top threes. I think there's 4 or 5 drivers. I think that are guaranteed, or you would like to think guaranteed to be in that podium fight. But again, there's another 2 or 3 further down the lead that could jump in there if the opportunity arose.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to say my top 3 really for race result. Possibly Ballboy might be pretty quick round here. I want to say Ready Shaven, and then maybe Harley. Let's try and get Harley on the podium today.
Yeah, I don't want to pick 3 because if one of them has a bad race, I'd feel like it was me that did it.
I think you've got the 3 3 Porsches are going to be with a shout.
Yeah, the sports cars, they're always going to be in with a shout.
Proctor again definitely is someone that's going to be in the mix. Like I say, obviously Ash and Harley as well. So there is going to be like 5 or 6. Ballboy is sometimes be a little bit less consistent than the other ones you just mentioned. So if he can maybe keep it clean, keep it on, keep it clean, he could be in for a good result.
Mm-hmm.
And the Datsun is quite quick round here as well.
It is. It's very much the power circuit around here, isn't it? With the elevation changes.
So we're just looking at the minute. They've just come out of turn 4, I believe. Just coming down to the double left. No one's yet to set a lap. This is the outlap from Wall. So we'll just have a quick flip. We've got Tim tucked up behind his teammate. Proctor there in 4th. I do love that Jeff car. Ready Shaven's out there in 5th with Castle, and again Castle's gonna be another one of them in the thing. Doc Coop maybe if I can have a good solid run.
Well, I've raced around here with Doc Coop before, and he was in a fat Datsun, and he did very well around here. He knows the track really well. So maybe he's in Jeff, he might do even better than he could in a fat Datsun.
Ballboy set the first fast lap with a 28.7. We've got Harley's just about to start his first lap. He's just coming to the end of his first lap, so we'll see what Harley can throw in. 29.3, so decent opener, decent banker. Over just crossing the line with a 31.7. So we'll just jump back to. Let's just have a quick run around the field. Castle's just pulled off.
Yeah, Castle would have ever spin that turn 1 just after his provisional pole lap that Kimmy's just taken away from him.
Yeah, Kimmy's just up behind Otherd at the minute. He's just close enough to get a draft, but I don't know if he's close enough to make an attack. He's just gone purple on the first sector. But interesting comments going on in social media corner already.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Fuller.
That's what I was chuckling at.
Ash is set at 30.7, which will he's putting down in 10th at the minute. A lap time like that in 10th place isn't. It's quite unusual. I don't know whether he's maybe got bought some lap.
To be
Hi, Mr. Fuller.
considerably higher than that.
Yeah, I would think. I think maybe he's just put a banker lap in. Robbo's already in the pits for a new set of New set of
Props
boots.
is following by
if
as
played it
well.
right, you got 2 flying laps, and then you could pit, and if you've got it timed it perfect, you got another 2 laps.
We'll just follow Ash around the back end of his lap here. He's just coming around turn, I think it's turn 10 down. No, sorry, he's just coming around turn 4. Just
Gonna have to do a big shout out to Team Hamazaki. We'll have them both in social media corner at the moment.
Hamazaki.
Both Dunk and UFR Smalley.
Thank you, Mr. Fuller. It's not turn 2, Smalley. Let's not start this again. Every time I think you're seeing essentially not, it's turn 3. Actually, just going down into turn. See, now you've thrown me now. I don't know if this is turn 10 or 11. I think this is turn 10.
10. I feel like it's 10.
And then turn 11 onto straight. We'll see if this is an improvement of a lap for Ash. Yeah, 29. That puts back in fourth. That's more where you'd expect Ash to be. In the results, you got Reddy Shaven 5th, you got Harley in 6th, Phil Babbage in 7th, Doc Coop giving us a bit of ballet there out of turn 4. Proctor's again, it's another one I would expect it to be a little bit higher, and I would have thought the RCZ would go quite well around here as well.
It's a lovely car, and it always looks so happy.
It has got a very smiling face. So we'll just watch Proctor. I'd expect Proctor to be able to put a top 6 time in as well. He's been quite quick so far. Tends to go for something a little bit different on strategy wise as well. So I'll be interested to see. Sometimes sticks a harder set of tyres on mid run, and it's sometimes played him, sometimes not. He stays in 10th. That I think was actually an outlap that we followed. BJ Robbo in the Wasp. He's in 11th. With O then in 12th. There's another one that I would expect to be able to put a better lap in than he's currently shown. He's not. I know what Carl can do around here. He's not 3 seconds off the pace of the top lads.
No, he's far from that.
So similar sort of race distance to what we done in the Group 2s just earlier on. It's 23 laps, so it's 1 extra at these dry. Talking pit strategies, where would you be expecting to see the first stops really? And
7 or 8, maybe 8 and 16 would be a gut reaction. I don't know what they can get out of a set of tyres. I don't know if it's going to be a 3-stop for some of them maybe as well.
In the Beginners Cup, I know we run slightly higher fuel, slightly higher tyres. We could do it in a 1-stop. So the 1-stop will still be on the cards in this race, I think. A lot of drivers will go for it.
These are doing a lot more laps in this race, though, I think, aren't they?
How many laps is this race?
This is 23 today.
23. They're doing 3 more laps than we did.
I'd expect most of them to do a 2-stop, I would think, and do probably 8 and 16 somewhere around there.
Yeah, it'd be a nice solid 2-stop, quite even then as well.
We've missed. Ballboy's just gone wide at turn 1 after taking pole with provisional pole, sorry, with a 28.3. So Kimmy's just coming down onto the last corner through turn 11. We'll see what Kimmy can do, what he can throw in. No, he's just started another outlap. Castle, go Doc Coop. Everyone seems to be bunched up. We've got Ash on an outlap at the moment. A little bit squiggly coming out of Odin 2, trying to burn off a little bit of fuel here. Bouncing off the limiter.
Doesn't want to do that too much though, otherwise you'll not. If he timed it right, he could have enough time to do 2 more laps. And I was trying to burn off the fuel, but I think he's cost himself a bit too much time to get another flying lap in.
We'll see what he can do on the the lap. We'll know by sector 1 whether it's gonna pay off.
It's kind of a big train of cars. There's 4 cars all within 6 seconds of each other at turn 4 currently. Harley's leading that one. Followed by Castle and Doc Coop.
He's just under a 10th off at the moment, is Ash. So we'll just have a jump back down to this battle that you're on about, Grim. Robbo's just gone across the line to start his last lap. Harley's just coming across the out of turn 11. Good drive onto the straight, nice and clean. Not taking too much to the outside curb. puts himself up into 5th. He's got another lap out of it though as well, so we may see him just jump up a little bit more. But he's definitely in the mix as the top placed R&B car at the moment. But you've got again the 3 Porsches that have been dangerous all season. All 3 of them in the top 4. The only one spoiling their perfect at the minute is Ballboy in the Datsun in 2nd. See, Reddy Shaver's down into turn 4. I do like the way they've got that Porsche painted up. We've got Team Harley on again. Hello, Georgia. It's amazing how they're all related, we've got different surnames.
No, they're cousins.
Cousins.
It's how they do it in Norfolk to make sure that nobody really knows exactly what goes on behind closed doors.
Dominic Hussey, again, he's back. Back again. It's nice that you've got watchers of the stream and the guys racing here that are not actually racers themselves as well. It's nice to get a little bit of publicity for OFR and what they're trying to do as well. Oh, Reddy Shave might get a pick up a penalty. There he has. He's picked up a penalty, so this lap's going to get scrubbed. Ballboy's over the line. He's finished. Let's see if we can catch anyone on a lap. Kimmy's on a lap. He's just coming down into turn 10. The final turn to 10 11.
Oh, Prox has just improved jobs ahead of Ash for 6th. Yeah, it's very close between them, those 300ths of a second between them.
Kimmy set a faster lap but didn't move up. Castle's your next one that's going to cross the line. He's not improved his habit of thing. Over down in 13th.
That's not normal for all said.
On a lap. So they quickly run down. You've got Reddy Shave and Ballboy, Kimmy, Castle, Harley, Proctor, Ash, I believe it just jumped off there. Yeah, BJ Robert, Phil Babbage, Doc Coop, Tim, Othed, and the last of the Datsuns. So away on the start, it'd be turn 1 and turn 2. Well, turn 1, turn 3, and turn 4 are quite. They're going to be the action ones in this. They're always a little bit of carnage. So hopefully we'll make it through clean on the first lap, let the race settle down, and then see how it unfolds from there. So everyone's away at the moment. We'll watch the drag down. It's a great shot. That's the right up the hill into the really, really tight, difficult right-hander. There's a little bit wide, but I don't think there's
Doc Coop's been split off at the end of turn 1. What I saw, it looked like a bit of contact between him and maybe Max.
We've got Ballboy and Kimmy going side by side into turn 3. And Castle up the inside of them both and gone very wide. Very wide. The Apollo 13 sponsored Porsche we had there going down into turn 3. So at the moment we've got Kimmy, Shaven, Ballboy, Proctor, Castle, Harley, BJ Robbo, and Phil Babbage as your top 8. It's just starting to settle down a little bit now. It's sometimes worth just taking a breather in the opening laps, picking your place and settling into where you are.
Yeah, unfortunately I think got caught up in a turn 3 or turn 2, depends on if you're 2 wheels or 4 wheels, incident with someone who got turned around, he's been spun, he's got back down to 12, he actually made a decent start off the line, he jumped to 3 paces.
He has. I think Ash might have got caught up as well. Ash is down in 13th at the moment.
Oof.
From 4th place. There must have been a bit of an incident coming through one of the first corners, maybe. Kimmy's back to, well, we've got Kimmy and Reddy Shaven back to normal positions in 1st and 2nd. With Ballboy, Proctor, Harley's up to 5th now. Harley's taking Castle for 5th. So I would think that we'll have fairly sensible driving between the Porsches at the front. They're going to try and trip each other up. Simon Fuller's just heard a loud bang. He's going to be raging.
Ash will be furious! I could go and try and do some investigative journalist, go and jump into the Ron Pollock's chat to see if I can find out what's happening and then come back if you like.
I think that's a good call, actually.
It's not a bad shout, actually, Mick. Well, we watched
Mick Howe, your roaming reporter,
just go up the inside of Kimmy. Kimmy's got him back. He's just took a slightly tighter line. Difficult corner to make a a pass on there, because if you go in too deep with tendency to go wide, going too wide, you can really cut back on the guy in front. So Harley's just come back. He's just dropped back to. He's back to fifth. He must have been a good battle with Castle for 5th and 6th. Just seeing in the back of the shot. If I can just jump down while we're. There's 3 or 4 of them now in a line from Harley, Castle, Phil Babbage, and BJ Robbo. Nice to see Robbo up there in 8th. It's been a little bit unfortunate so far, but he's a good driver, even though the car does sound like a bag of wasps.
A very angry bag of wasps.
A very angry bag of wasps. Harley's just pulling wide to break the slipstream. This is where you could see a little bit of contact down into turn 1. He's just sending Castle to the outside. Great line there through Harley. When you come in tight there, it's difficult to hold that line. Good move.
Looks like Tim might be joining this little party as well for 5.
There's going to be 5 of them.
Positions.
And
Could well be 5 of them.
And they're not a million miles away from the top 4 either.
They're
A little bit of contact there, going into the corner, and again a little bit door angle. I don't think there's too much in there. They've all kind of like coming, but it has allowed Tim just to jump on the back of it. It's just dropped Harley back a little bit. I think it's maybe just let Castle through there to give that position back. Harley's
This is your roving reporter back. I do have the inside scoop of what had happened. Basically, Ash ran out of room and caught Oathed. Apparently, there was a bit of a tight squeeze going on. Oathed had made up 3 places under the brakes, and Ash had nowhere to go, and he's hit Oathed. So it was a bit of a team accident, basically. But they're both getting their heads down, getting back on it, trying to pull a result out of it.
And they'll pull back up. They'll probably tow each other back up. It's a great little battle in between Harley and Castle still. Harley was just going to take a look down there into turn 10. It was wise just to try and get a decent toe on the straight, and probably turn 1's not the favoured move. If you can, you're probably better around into turn 3. Tim's just dropped off the back, and BJ Roberts just dropped off the back of this fight as well. But Phil Babbage is right in there as well. It's now a 3-way fight for 5th. Just jump back down to Ash is now up to 11th. We'll keep an eye on the gap. He's currently 12.6 off the lead, so we'll keep an eye on that to see whether he can make progress, making inroads overall. The one thing Ash will do is he'll save fuel quite well, so he may well pull a little bit back, pull maybe 2 or 3 of them seconds back when it gets around to the pit stops as well.
It's quite a tasty battle for the top 4 as well at the moment. They're looking very close together.
Yeah, we've cut back to this. Right, Ballboy has put himself between Ready Shaven and Kimmy now.
He's in a Porsche sandwich.
He is.
And he's
being a chef, Mick, what would you class as a Porsche sandwich? Maybe
a Porsche sandwich?
Yeah.
Well, if it had been German, it would have to be some sort of sausage, really, wouldn't it?
I would have thought so. They're all called
sausage and sauerkraut.
Also nicknamed the Porkers as well, aren't they, Porsches?
They are.
Yeah, so definitely some sort of sausage and sauerkraut sandwich.
So Ready Shave was just starting to gap Ballboy a little bit, only half a second or so. He took a defensive slipstream braking line there. He's made it through turn 1 brilliantly. Ballboy's followed him through. They're just starting. Looks like they're just starting to put a little bit of time into Kimmy and Proctor now. Smoky sausage with smoked cheese from Mr. Small.
Sandwich.
This is getting very tight between these front 2 now. So far we're not too far off of the predictions for the top places. It looks like Ballboy's maybe going to try and make a move down the inside of Ready Shaven into turn 4. It's very tight. He's made it stick. But they're now going to push themselves.
Now he was down to the 7th, wasn't he?
Yep. Ballboy's made the move stick. We'll see now if he can start to pull away. The Ready Shaven's just gone a little bit wide. The Datsun is going to be quite quick around it. It's very powerful in a straight line. Tends to use its tyres, but at the moment there's not a million miles to choose between this top 4. Great camera shot there from Brian.
He's a good cameraman.
He is.
Both Brian and Derek, I find them to be
Derek's
really good
as well.
cameramen.
Yep.
But where's Nigel today? Is he on turn what?
Nigel's turn one.
No, Nigel's took the day off.
Is he?
Yeah, he's had to take the day off.
Lewis Hamilton
So,
fan.
yeah, he's busy celebrating with the F1 with Lewis Hamilton on his 7th title. But I do believe he's got his brother Norman in there.
Oh yeah, if anyone hasn't seen it yet, we wouldn't confirm or deny that Lewis Hamilton's won again. We could have done that at the start of the season.
Start of the season, aye. Smalley, Brian is the best around. Yeah, that is very true.
He is. Ballboy's just the gaps. They're coming and going.
Coop and Ash having a bit of a struggle cuddle right now into turn 3. All very tasty. Coop's just made their throws on it.
He has.
We have a very good drive out of turn 1 by the looks of it on that one.
I think the Lexi might just have the legs on the RCZ in a straight line, whereas the RCZ is going to be a little bit more. There's somebody off in front, so let's just. Ready Shaven's off.
What?
Ready Shaven's dropped down to 8th, struggling to get back on as well. Oh, Ash just made it through there. It was really, really close between them.
Well, it was close.
So we'll have to actually find out if there was a bit of contact that caused that. That'll no doubt come out in the post-race.
Doesn't seem to be any damage on the front of Ballboy's car, so...
No, there's no damage on the top 3 either, so maybe an overtake that didn't go quite well.
Yeah, turn 4 incident. Sometimes you get one wheel out of the gravel, that's it, you're going around.
So you've now got a top 3 with a 4.2 second gap back down to Castle in 4th, Harley in 5th, and Phil Babbage in 6th. Got the 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th in the same shot there. Castle's another one that's he's very solid. You kind of know where he's going to be week in, week out, quite dependable. He's always going to be a good team player, good points banker each week.
Actually not letting Doc Coop go at the moment. So back around another lap, he's still hanging in there on the back of the wing.
You've got 4 of them in a line now here, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. So there's a couple of good tasty multi-car battles right way through the field. Around turn 4, Doc Coop put a little wheel on curve there. It's cost him a little bit. It depends if you're going to defend down into turn 5.
Did look like Ash was looking for a little move there, but obviously I'm in a bit of a delay from what you are saying.
Yeah, he could try and make a move down here into turn 10. It certainly looks like he's got power. He's going for it.
Got first stop of Proctor's just jumping into the pits on lap 7.
He didn't make it stick. Yeah, so again, maybe slightly early. Maybe some of these are going to do a slightly longer stint. Do a 7 and 2/8 maybe. Ash picked up a penalty coming onto the straight there. Maybe just went slightly wide, but it's dropped him back to 10th. He lost the penalty in the straight.
Yeah, it was. I noticed that the league managers for this track, because apparently you can pick up a penalty on that last turn, carry it right through and lose it onto turn, what would be turn 3 or 2.5 as Smalley calls it.
It's turn 3.
And you don't actually really lose any penalty, if you know what I mean. It's not really a penalty. You pick up a penalty, but you don't have to lose it until round there, and you gain time out of it. So I think the league admins had said, if you pick up a penalty, take it pretty much straight away on the straight.
Right. So you got Owen in 11th. He's now 4.5 behind Ash. Just jump back up to the front. This tasty little battle now between Ballboy and Kimmy. Castle's up. Oh, Proctor would have pitted, of course. I was silly.
Proctor's put very little fuel in on his stop, whereas Phil Barry actually brimmed the tank.
Ballboy's in the pits now. This is perhaps more where I thought it'd be, sort of like 8 and 16 and just a straight 2-stop. But again, if it's 2 8s and a 7, the guys have already pitted. We're just doing the reverse. That's trying to get himself a bit of clean air. The ones that are staying out, maybe they are going to try and push closer towards a 1-stop.
Well, I say the possibility's definitely there to do the 1-stop.
A lot of people in the pits now. Harley's not pitted yet. Harley's in third. I would imagine he'll probably be in next because you've got Ash is definitely in the pits. Your top three, the three that haven't pitted yet. Everyone else has. Well, Reddy Shaven's not, but he's probably going to try and make it last after that spin. So you've got Tim in 7th. There's now up to 8th. Tyres aren't looking too bad. He's just gone blue on his first sector, so he can maybe get a little bit longer out of these and save himself some time later on in the pits. Doc Coop's come out of the pits. He's in 9th. Max 10th. Ash is down to 11th. But now in a battle with Max and Phil Babbage. But he's pitted, so he's got on half a tank of fuel at the moment. We'll just dive to Kimi at the right point, see if he takes. He hasn't taken the pits again. His tyres look very, very good. He's not pulled an early pit stop off that we've missed. I think by the look
it's definitely not been a pit stop.
With the tyres like this, he could be looking to one-stop this, which if he can, would be a genius.
Cames are looking nice and steady as well.
Yeah, Castle in second. He's going to need to pit. His tyres are starting to wear, and then you don't. Ballboy's pitted in third. Harley still hasn't. So Harley could again be going for the one-stop. His tyres certainly look like they've got the ability to look. His lap times aren't really dropping off. He's doing consistent mid-29s. He had a 32 on the last lap, but that might have been a slight wobble. He's in a proper battle with Proctor now.
Yeah, he's having to defend hard through here.
He's going to really show him the outside. Good defensive move there from Harley through turn 4. Proctor's on the inside of him going around the backside of turn 4, but it gives Harley the inside line into turn 5. Side by side through there. This is great driving for both of them.
This is a lovely little battle here.
Harley did the right thing, maybe just to lift then and let him through. Took him behind him, because that could have cost. If they'd been coming together there, they could have cost themselves some serious time.
Other good battle is for 8th at the moment is Othed River and Doc Coop currently.
So,
it looks like Kyle does need to stop those tyres.
he does. Doc Coop has pitted. So and as we speak, cars in the pits now, which will put Ash up into 11th. Still in that battle with Phil Babbage.
Yep.
And this is a battle for position because they've both pitted as well.
Also pulling BJ Robble forward as well, though, with them, aren't they?
Yep. Ash just tried to sneak up the inside there and didn't quite pull it off. So it's going to be possibly another attempt on the drag up to turn 3.
He wants to be careful going in on turn 3. It's the move might look easy there, but it's very easy to get it horribly wrong.
He's through, but he had to defend to Robbo there, so it's just giving Phil Babbage the chance to get away. He's just in that one corner alone, he's put about a second into Ash there.
Yeah, he's in an awkward position, isn't he, to whether attack the car ahead or defend from the car behind. It
is now. Kimmy's driving away here. He's now 6.5 seconds nearly ahead. Still not stopped. The only thing that's going to possibly stop this a little bit is he will spend longer in the pits fueling, but his times are just not dropping off. He's still doing mid-29s. It's a great drive.
Yeah, brilliant drive.
Castle's now in the pits, so your top 3 all pitted. Harley still hasn't pitted in 4, so Harley is going to go for.
I think Harley's just going to match whatever Kimmy's doing here.
And it could be.
And I think he might be looking better on fuel, is he?
It's
marginal. I think Harley's slightly less fuel, tyre-wise, and more or less the same.
Yeah, which is going to be genius because he's only 12.5 seconds off the lead. And I don't know what pit stop time's out here, but if the guys in front have got to stop and for a second time, we could see a Harley podium here.
Very impressive drive.
I'll tell you who else is having a good showing today as well. Tim here in 5th. He's pitted. He's obviously on decent tyres. He's had some good showings. He's a little bit of inconsistency, but this is a good drive from him so far today.
I think he's having a very good drive because I haven't hit him this week.
Maybe. I've decided we're going to help you along with your driving. We can just call the aim point of a corner. We're going to call it a car instead of an apex, and then you might hit something.
No, I'll definitely hit that.
Yep.
Actually, if you call it the Datsun. Because I seem to only hit the Datsuns.
Yeah. But it is a good solid drive. Kimmy's now in the pits. So he's going to take
Harley as well, so Harley is copying, so
he is.
Definitely go for one stop as well.
Kimmy does have moderately better fuel, but I think the gap would be too much to try and close it up anyway, wouldn't it? In the pits.
Yeah. He's just come out with just over 3/4 of a tank. He's come out into 3rd. So where's Harley come out?
Harley's come out. He's come out quite from the looks of him quite far back.
He's come out in 9th,
but then
behind Phil Babbage and Ash.
But every other car ahead of him still has to stop again, so
it could be a good masterstroke from Harley. It's a decent run. And obviously he's on fresher tyres now than the 2 drivers in front of him as well, so we could see him make a move even outside of the pit stop window. This battle's been going on for quite a while with Ash and Phil Babbage in 7th and 8th. It's changing position every couple of laps.
He's dragging in Robbo along by the looks of it as well.
Yeah,
got
a 4-car train.
By the looks of it, the rest of the field are fairly spread out. It seems to be settling down quite well.
It does.
Yeah.
We'll just see what the situation with Ballboy now is. 2.4 ahead of Proctor. Both very similar on fuel and tyres. They're not got that much longer before they're back in. Maybe another couple of laps.
Laps? Another couple of laps till they're back in.
That's that chilly.
That's chilly, isn't it?
Yeah, man, honestly. So you've got Castle. Tim's just dragging himself up to Castle here. They're close enough that they've both got half-second penalty. I imagine that's the last turn 11-1. So they've lost it there into turn 3. We could see Tim make Tim's round. Unlucky, maybe just got caught out by lack of downforce being that close to the car in front of him there. It's allowed Ash, BJ, Robbo and Harley through. So Phil Babbage has had an incident somewhere as well, because he was in that battle with BJ, Robbo, Harley and Ash.
Yeah.
So we've still got a 4-car train, but they've now got a Datsun behind him. And then you've got Phil Babbage behind them in 10th and Reddy Shaven down in 11th. Reddy Shaven's having an absolute mare for him today.
Yeah, it's unlike him. I mean, been commentating on most of these races this season, and he's
a top 3 runner week in, week out.
It's very surprising.
He's just gone round,
that far back.
Saying that he's just gone round the outside of Phil Babbage into Holden 1.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. What a move! That one's going to get the mick out off of the cap. That one, like
that is the move of the day. So again, still the gap at the front is 2.1, nearly 2.2 between Ballboy and Proctor. Kimmy in 3rd. Just keep an eye on the gap to Proctor. It's just starting to nibble down. Like I say, the 2 guys in front have got another pit stop. Castle's got another pit stop in 4th. Doc Coop's just taken 4th from Castle there. Ash now in a slightly more lonely 6th. And you've got Harley now in a fight with BJ Robbo behind them. Harley's great with the defensive lines. The one thing with Harley is when he takes...
Mick Howe, who? I thought he was Rod. Rod's on holiday this week.
There's a 3-car fight behind these now. Harley, the one thing I noticed with the way Harley drives is quite often if you go offline to take a defensive line into a corner, it can alter your drive out of it. Harley seems to get away with it. He can take a really, really tight line. Say that as he just shakes his bum at me. He takes a really tight line. It doesn't affect his drive onto the next straight. It's a real plus that Harley's got in his arsenal there. You won't like me talking about Arsenal being a Leeds fan.
It's the wrong colour.
He's just... Ballboy and Proctor are in for their last stop. So now we're going to see where it's going to settle down
shortly as well.
after
He's very
strategy.
low on fuel.
So Kimmy's just crossing the line now with a 28.4. Very, very close. 9 identical is a tenth slower than Proctor's fastest lap of the race. So Kimmy's now through, which leaves Ash in second and Harley in third. So with these pit stops, then right, the juggle will settle down now. You've still got Iceman, Kimmy, Ballboy, Proctor, Ash and Harley. So Ash is in fourth. Harley's dragging himself up to behind Ash now. And Ash will have to stop
Ash
again.
is going to have another stop in him, yeah.
So it's just whether Harley can pull himself up to the top 3. I think it's a big ask. But a little mistake from one of the top few, and it could tighten this up even further. We're going to see a fight here between Ballboy and Proctor.
Fight!
So these pit stops, 27 jumped up from 10th, was he? He's now back into 7th, so he's actually making his way through the field at the moment.
Well, he's got decent tyres, decent fuel. That will be him till the end. So we could see a top 5 here maybe from him.
Yeah.
He's pulling time really, really quickly into BJ Robbo. It's a good recovery drive from dead last. Just in front of Robbie's not too far back at Harley, so
It's nice to see my teammates on social media corner. Here's he there with his R&P for the win. Indeed.
Right, so Robbo's in the pits, Ash is in the pits, Tim's in the pits.
Coming in as well, yeah.
So we've got quite a few guys in here. We'll just jump up to Castle and just see where the guys who are just pitting at the minute, where they come out. All behind them. So you've got Castle, you've got Doc Coop 7th, Ash has come out in 8th, Phil Babbitt's 9th, BJ Robbo's come out in 10th, Tim in 11th, Over not having the greatest day, but he's in a battle with Max and he's not too far. 10th is in sight for him. 10th is in sight, so depending on what the guys in front have got to do pit stop wise. Tim's pitted.
I've just noticed Ulthed's on the mediums.
Is he?
Yes. Don't know if that's just trying something a little bit different.
Maybe.
Or he's made a mistake.
Or he's just having a recovery drive today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We just try to push that a bit harder.
I think there's still a possibility of points there for him. The race has settled down now. You've got Kimmy back to where he was. He's just under 7 seconds in front now. Ballboy in second, who's got a second and a half on Proctor, who's then 8.1 back to Harley. So we can see now if Harley can just make inroads on this. You can see him at the end of the straight. 5 laps left. It's going to be big.
It's
big
possible.
ask.
It's possible.
It is possible. And we've seen mistakes from drivers through the field, so.
Already shaping out to 5th. He's got past Castle Racing. Obviously his teammate in the Porsche.
And he's just starting to watch the gap between him and Harley. It's sneaking down a little bit. And then Harley's got a good drag out there. It's around 2 seconds at the moment, so we'll see whether he can nibble into Harley's lead. If he can get back up to 4th, it'd be a fantastic drive from Reddy Shaven today.
The 2 second gap on fresher tyre. Is he on fresher tyres now, or has he always seen another one of the one-stoppers?
They're virtually identical on fuel and tyres, so it is going to be a straight fight.
Oof.
Castle's
this one.
Castle's the better out of the two tyre-wise. I think he's probably pitted a little bit later.
really has settled down again now, hasn't it? After that
It has.
final round of pit stops, I just realised it was very, very quiet just then.
A very, very long silences here. This taking it serious thing is very hard to do for me, by the way.
You've potentially got.
We've done alright.
We have done all right. We've not been banned or whatever yet. This is going to tighten up now between Harley and Ready Shaven. Harley picks a penalty going up onto the straight. Ready Shaven's just going to come alongside him, but he's picked up a penalty as well. So they're going to cancel each other out, and we'll see what sort of move he can make down into turn 3. And we're in a three-way fight for fourth.
Is Ready Shaven going to scrub that penalty? Ah, yeah, scrubbed it straight away, hasn't he?
So you got 4th, 5th, and 6th. This is the battle of the race at the moment. I think everything else is fairly settled down.
I bet your heart is feeling like Iceman and Top Gun all over right now. Bogey's all over the rear of him.
No, Iceman's out front, mate. He's out front.
Oh, but you know what I meant. Yeah, you.
Talk to me, Goose.
Scallywag. But it is a tight three-way battle for 4th.
I don't like the word scallywag. I think it would be better if we called us a rapscallion. It just sounds better.
Good drive from the issues today. I think so far, Ready Shaven's probably got driver of the day for his recovery drive. Actually, tell a lie. I think so far we might, or my view, I think I'd probably give Ballboy driver of the day. He's shown his pace, he's shown speed in early races. He's just a little bit of inconsistency has crept in previous rounds, but today he's kept it honest, he's kept it straight. He's been fast.
I'm going to go for a different one. I'm going to say Tim's been my driver, and he's had that little wobble that dropped him right back, but up till then he was happily away there in 5th until that moment.
As we cut to him as he has another moment.
See, this is why I don't choose drivers.
I think definitely he's shown that he's got pace. If he can just bring the consistency in. But the GTR is quite a lively car. It's quite easy to make a mistake in.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's benefited from the car that that's having a steady run in 12th. He will be probably slightly annoyed with himself, but he's definitely got better pace than this. The number goes quite well around the Red Bull Ring. So the incident in the opening laps maybe just gapped him to the lead. And when you're sat in clean air, it's sometimes hard just to push to try and make the gap up to the ones in front.
Smalley in social media corner is saying, "Oh man, Ash is gonna be proper Raj now, Astro."
Oh, weird man. I've just jumped back up to Kimi here. The gap has come down to 5.4, and he's coming down. I think it's a little bit too late, but Ballboy is starting to pull Kimi back in here.
So that is the one downside about the one stop, is that he's now going to have to. They're going to be on the fresher tyres. But I still think.
I think a 5-second lead with 2.5 laps left as he should drop down into turn 4. I think 2.5 laps left with 5-second lead is going to be enough for him today. Ballboy's still in second. He's just pulling away ever so slightly from Proctor as well. See Proctor again, another one in shout for driver of the day. I think he's shown that he's going to be there or thereabouts all season. We'll see how the battle cut this to the right side. Ready Shaven's just had another little wobble out of turn 4 there. So Harley's now got Castle snapping at him. We'll just watch him down into turns 5 and through 6. I think they're the right numbers. Smalley, tell me I'm wrong anyway. This could be moved down here into the final turn. Harley again, this is what Harley does, he's very, very clever. Pulls to the inside, lets him have the outside line, but it doesn't affect his pace through the corner. Clever driving there from Harley.
He's a hell of a defensive driver.
Very distinctive defending driver as well.
Yes.
Very good.
And clean.
With his feet.
Yeah.
Very clean.
We have got a Harley train going on here.
Choo choo!
Why did we do that at the same time? That's really good.
It's like we're in sync. Not the band.
Not the band. No.
Ready Shaven had a little bit of a wobble there coming out of turn 1. So again, this is Harley's doing the same move. He's letting Castle have the outside. Bit optimistic move for Castle to try and go around the outside here.
It's a very
big shake there from Harley. That's the thing, if you take that corner too tight, if you're not defensive on the inside to it can leave you a little bit loose on the exit. But we've now got a 2-car drag. Three abreast.
Just turned 4.
3 abreast.
And Harley takes it.
3 abreast.
Harley takes it. This is the fight of the day.
I think these 3 are definitely
beautiful.
My drivers of the day, I think.
4th, 5th or 6th, you can't complain at where you finish in a fight like this.
And now Harley is the meat in that German sausage and sauerkraut sandwich.
He is.
Oh, this is a brilliant battle.
So we just watch them down. They're going to be going on to their last lap. Yeah, the gap from Kimmy to Ballboy is static now. So you've got Castle 4th, Harley 5th, Ready Shaven in 6th.
I'm going to have to do it. Come on, Harley. Hashtag Harley, Team Harley. Not that I'm being biased or anything, I'm totally unbiased opinion here, but come on, Harley!
I think Castle's just starting to drag away a little bit now. It's going to be a hell of a last lap. We'll just check where Kimmy is. Kimmy's just come through turn 4. I don't want to miss this, but I don't want to miss Kimmy across the line either.
Oh, AJ Sin, come on, Castle.
Castle's had a good drive out of turn 3 there.
Ooh, Shaven went. Oh, I thought Shaven was
right. Watching that battle there, Jeff. I'll call out when Niceman Kimmy's in the final turn for you.
Awesome, thank you. So Castle's he has just put a 2.5 into Harley now. Who again has got a fairly comfortable gap over Ready Shaven into 5th.
Okay, well, 5th's still very impressive.
Castle's pulled the pin now.
Come across the line now as well.
So well, great drive from Kimmy. Yep, and he's pulled a great strategy off there. Ballboy, I'm going to stick my neck out. I definitely think I'd have Ballboy's driver of the day. I think it's a great result there in 2nd. Consistency and speed all the way through. Castle really has pulled that grenade pin now. He's capped harder by 3 seconds on this lap.
That Beetle is
dragged. This is going to be a drag to the line. Ready Shaven just pips Harley on the line. Doc Cooper 7th, Ashton across the line in 8th. BJ Robbo's going to come across the line in 9th place. And Phil Babbage in 10th. With Tim, I know your pick there, Mick, in 11th.
See, the first half of the race, he was brilliant, Tim, but he's had a couple of wobbles afterwards.
I agree with you.
I think it's because I looked at him, obviously I've hit him again. So...
They'd come across the line in 12th, and Max there in 13th.
Simon Fuller saying Ash Wilson for worst teammate of the day.
Oh dear, I'm not going to get into Mr. Fullerisms. Good race that, I think, on the whole. It was quite clean. It was quite tight. Some good battles all the way through.
It was quite clean on the whole, yes.
Entertaining race. I still think I'm going to stick my neck out and say that Ballboy was driver of the day. There's no trophy for it. There's not even a certificate, but a well done from us. Yeah, great result. I think it was some good battles, fairly clean. There wasn't anything for a track that can cause the carnage. The Red Bull Ring can into turns 1, 3, especially. I thought it was quite a clean race today.
Yes, very clean. As you said, the circuit layout tends to find itself having problems at turns 1, 3 and 4 really on the opening lap.
Paul is also saying he wants Martin on comms next week. I'm sure we can make that happen.
We can. I'm sure we can have a team comms.
I might take the week off and Martin can jump on.
Yeah, we'll get it depending on. We'll check on Martin's shifts, but Martin will be another one to have in here and give us a. It's interesting when you obviously get guys that come in from the Group 2 race down into Group 3 because it's obviously strategies and the racing is slightly different, but. Yeah, great day. Thanks for watching. We need to get the comment count up. We're only up to 80 something now, so Mr. Fuller and Mr. Small need to get the fingers working. But thanks for watching.
Need to type more.
We've got F1 D4 I think later on tonight. Beginners Cup this week. F2 on Tuesday if you want to watch me hit a pit wall. I'm sure that'll happen at some point.
You did well was it last week you did well where you eventually got a good result?
I did. I had a fifth.
And
well done.
Well done. Very well done, mate.
They're very weird cars drive, but that's a story for another day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. No, you shut up, Mr. Fuller. And we'll just seen Si's comment in the thingy, and we'll catch you all again next week for round 6.